Okay, what's up, Jacob and Wendy, and also whoever the third person is we hired for this project. This is how you're going to do the tagging. This probably won't be really fun, but I'll try to be as straightforward as possible. Okay, so you come here to this tagging sprints assignment. I shared this with both your Gmail and also your BYU Idaho accounts. And you'll come here to your assignment. So your assignment, I just gave you one. You have a couple of them. So Jacob, here are your assignments. Wendy, here are yours. I just did this quickly, so obviously you can see Jacob has more, but it doesn't really matter because you just pick up assignments as you go. So here's your assignment, and then the nice thing is all of these have been linked by the students here to Learnosity. Okay, so when everything's set up in Learnosity, you'll come here and it will automatically take you to this activity. In this case, it's functional practice, speaking level 1, narration topic 2. Once you're here, you'll go to the report. Okay, and at this point, I'm going to split the screen so that we can kind of better see this. Okay, so you're in here in the report, and there's a couple things that you need to know about the nomenclature. All this mumbo jumbo right here, you don't need to worry about this so much as you do need to worry about this word called shared passage. Shared passage actually just means the passage itself, not the questions. So you have shared passage right here. The rest of these right down here are all of the questions associated with this passage right here. And then you can see there's another shared passage, which is the second passage in the unit, and then all of the, again, associated questions that go with that passage. Okay, so you do these just a little bit differently based on whether you're dealing with the passage itself or the questions related to the passage. So let's do the passage itself. Okay, so I'll open this up and then I'll immediately go to tags. And the reason I have this screen open in the tagging sprint assignments is this will tell you the tags that you need for the questions, and this part right here will tell you the tags that you need for the passage. And in this case, it's a passage. So the only thing that they have tagged is the topic. Well, in order for us to really understand a couple of these things, we actually have to go to the unit itself. So in this thing that's called the EC3 document repository in OneDrive, and again, I sent you links to this in your BYU Idaho and your Gmail accounts as well, you need to look up the passage in question. So in this case, Jacob, it's FPS1NAT2. So I'll try to remember that. FPS1NAT2, which is this one that Adriana did. Okay. So now I'm dealing with passage 1, and so in this one I'm dealing with passage 1, right? So this will tell me a couple of things. Number one, it tells me that this is a narration. So I'm going to add, actually I don't add that. Let me go back here. So I need to add the difficulty level, okay? So I can see that this, the passage itself, because it's speaking, and speaking, we don't mark the difficulty necessarily at the passage level, we mark that at the question level. So let's just default to 0 for writing and speaking passages, units, all of them, okay? Number 2, the level, okay? So again, we're gonna just type in level here, and I'm gonna choose level 1, okay? So right there, okay? Then right here, I'm gonna add another tag, and I need to add the passage number, okay? So I'll just type in passage, and I'll choose number 1, okay? And then we have last one, let's see here, the skill, right? So I'll type in skill. And the way this works is don't choose anything that is a gerund, okay? Only choose the dictionary form. So in this case, it's speak. So the same with reading, writing, listening. It's read. We choose the read, the listen, the speak, or the write. We don't choose the gerund forms, okay? That's how they coded it. It was an accident, but it's too late now, and I guess it's easier for us to fix it than it is for them. So I just trust them in that. Okay, once you have all of these satisfied, you press save, okay? and then you'll see a little movement in the screen that lets you know it's saved, and then you close that out, okay? I usually kind of highlight this to mark where I'm at, so I'm going to highlight that one, and now I'm getting into the questions themselves. It's a very similar process. I push tags. Here they have a lot of unnecessary, they might have a lot of unnecessary things in here. This box tells us exactly what we need, okay? So the other thing I need to look at is what kind of a question is it, or what kind of a can-do is it for level 1? So in this case, it's not opinions and preferences. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'll say it is narration, okay? So I need to push can-do narration, okay? I don't want function here, okay? They've got the function correct. The difficulty level they don't have correct. So I'm going to go in here to difficulty level, and because this is not an advanced question here, the difficulty level, I'm going to press 0. If it's an advanced question, I'm going to push 1, okay? Then it's C3, okay? So that's academic language, not interpersonal language, okay? So I'm going to go here to passage text type, and I'm going to push academic, okay? Consulting this, okay, we have the can do, we have the difficulty level, we have the function, we have the level, we don't have the passage number yet, so we'll put the passage number in there. And this is passage number 1, okay? So now we can see we have that in there. We don't have the question number in there either. So this is question number 1 in this passage, so I'll select number 1, okay? We have the skill, and then we have the topic. When we've satisfied all those, and there should be 9, so I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm double checking them to make sure academic language passes number 1, level 1, narrate, difficulty level 0, narration. Then once I'm satisfied, again, I'll push save. You'll see a little movement in that background, and then you close that out. Now, because I marked this, I know that I'm now finished, so I'll mark that one, and then I'll start with number 2. And then I would just go on and on until I finish this whole set. When I finish the set, then I come back here to my assignment and I press complete, okay? Right now it's only started, so I'm going to just mark it as started, okay? So that is the process. Not that hard, it just takes a little bit of time, and you'll have to just be careful when you're marking everything, that you double check. Just like everything else, just double check to make sure you have all of those tags marked correctly. Okay, thanks so much for watching this. Hope it wasn't too boring. I'd recommend watching it on 1.5 speed. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, bye.